what is this? Something new? Something special? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Can never get past this initial loading screen. Okay, come on now.
Hey gang, well it's E3 time again, which is why I'm hanging out in front of the Los Angeles Convention Center.
Hey Maggie, since this is our first issue packaged in with the official PlayStation magazine, you might want to take this opportunity to introduce yourself.
Oh, that's right! Hi gang, I'm Maggie, the host of the PlayStation Underground, and as my producer just mentioned, we've teamed up with the official PlayStation magazine so that every once in a while you'll get more than just your regular demo disc. You'll get a DVD, playable only on your PlayStation 2, packed with interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, memory card downloads, and more!
And one annoying, bubbly host.
To celebrate the transition, we thought we'd do something a little different for this issue. So our programmers are using a new 360-degree camera technology from a company called En Route. From the time you enter the E3 hall until you reach the Sony booth, you can actually get a quick peek at the show floor. Here's how it works. Once I take off out of here, you can use the analog sticks to pan the camera left or right, so you can virtually look around.
I figured you'd sneak that word in there somewhere.
Once inside, the Sony booth will transform into a cool heads-up display where you can check out some of the games and videos in different areas.
And what about the stories?
I'm getting to that! When you're inside the booth, you can also check out the segments we shot while in Japan on the games Dark Cloud and Extermination.
I thought you went to the Tokyo Game Show.
How right you are! However, rather than showing you the games that will someday end up on the shelves here in the US, we thought we'd give you a look at some of the stranger titles.
And downloads?
They're in there. Just look for the icon on the menu display.
Well, it sounds to me like you've got this issue wrapped up, but aren't you afraid that the 360-degree camera will show your bad side?
What bad side?
That there was something I completely forgot existed before I started going through these old demo discs again for the PS2. Maggie! Oh my god, this did not load at all. Look at that. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, so this was a 360 camera that they had built to run through the PlayStation area of the Electronics Entertainment Expo. And I remember they were showing like the PlayStation 2's modem, and like Dark Cloud was here, and I guess it's Twisted Metal, but it didn't load right. I mean, I'm running this on an emulator, so it's gonna have some weird errors. That's a shame, because this was actually kind of cool. I mean, I wonder if they built that camera and did all of this and encoded the video and all just for this like 35-second run through the show floor and didn't really use it for anything else. Because if that was the case, that's kind of unfortunate, because the only thing I ever seen this technology used for was this demo disc right here. So, I don't know. It's weird. Since that didn't really work, let's get past it. So I didn't remember the whole Maggie thing, but something I did remember was that when they moved to the PlayStation 2 for the demo discs, they became a lot more intricate. This episode is going to be long, because there's so much content. There's so much content here. Let's get into the vault. Toonami.
The warriors have assembled. The lines have been drawn.
This isn't a game, is it?
The rewards unbelievable.
This could be your last chance for freedom and power.
It auto-loaded this. I didn't select on it.
It's showtime. Every weekday at 5. Cartoon Network is giving you a better cartoon show.
Yeah, it's
the finest
Cartoon Network
cartoons
thing.
all assembled in one place.
Time to crash the party.
Die, planet, die! You crazy little fool! You're gonna get yourself killed!
I will destroy him. Use heavy means necessary.
We won't be intimidated by criminal threats.
We call this Toonami.
I guess there is a
Stronger than the rest.
an overlap of
Weekdays 5 to 7 and
these
midnight
sort of
to 1
anime,
only on
Cartoon Network anime stuff and people who would play the games, but that wasn't me. So Okage Shadow King. I've been told that I played this on a demo disc, but I don't remember it. Is this the same video that we had seen previously? Well, if it is, moving to the PlayStation 2 allowed for the videos to be stored at a higher quality and a higher resolution. The PlayStation 1 had to encode its videos with a kind of motion JPEG format. I think the resolution was always 320 by 240, and the PlayStation 2, being a more advanced piece of hardware, ran at 640 by 480. It's quite a bit of jump in resolution, so games had the opportunity to look a lot better, but the videos encoded were of course going to look much better. And the PlayStation 2 actually had I think it had a hardware MPEG-2 decoder, so you could have MPEG-2 files instead of the motion JPEG, so it was much more efficient storage. MX2000. Oh, okay, a motocross game. An actual demo. Nice. Where did they put a video before the gameplay demo? You know, I'm wondering how I'm gonna list this in the description, and of course what intro video I'm gonna use, because you would have seen it by now. Because I always have, in the description of the video, I have the list of demos and I have the list of videos. But there's going to be a lot of videos that aren't like strictly game videos. Should I bother listing them? Of course, this isn't the first PlayStation 2 demo disc that I played for this video. I did a official US PlayStation Magazine demo disc some months back. I think it had Final Fantasy X on it. But just for the sake of argument, for the discussion, we'll say that this is my first PlayStation 2 demo disc, in the proper order of the series at least. So we made a huge jump from the PlayStation 1, which in 99, 2000, 2001, all of that, the PlayStation 1 had a lot of games that came out that looked incredible for PlayStation 1 games. So then we jump to the PlayStation 2 now. It's a new system, a lot better hardware, much better looking games. But we're more or less going to do the same thing again. This, as good as it looks in comparison to all the PlayStation 1 stuff we'd seen leading up into this, it's going to look like trash. I wiped out. It's going to look like trash compared to what we see later on in the PlayStation 2. And the PlayStation 2 demo discs did run for this magazine, ran for almost the entire lifetime of that console. Like, until the PlayStation 3 launched, the PlayStation official US PlayStation Magazine was a thing, and they had demo discs. If I can find all of them, it'd be great, but it might be a little scattershot what I'm able to procure. I mean, I ride dirt bikes, but watching motocross isn't something I'm especially fond of. I don't like watching other people do something that I want to do. Then again, I don't exactly want to do huge jumps like this. That seems insane. My bike was always a little heavy for this kind of thing anyway. Okay, I was number 2. It was done by THQ. Alright. I guess that's for somebody. There's also another change. I had mentioned a bunch of times before that the Portal Runner, I had mentioned a bunch of times before that the early PlayStation 1 demo discs were very important to me because I couldn't afford games. 3DO company, huh?
3DO.
And, like, okay, so you get a demo disc, though, which is comparatively cheaper than just about any game you're going to find. But it gives you a bunch of different gameplay experiences. You also get the magazine, which is a nice bonus there as well. So that's where you go and you get... Oh, cutscene.
Ooh, that was close. Cool outfit. Well, this certainly isn't the army men world.
This, pre-rendered video looks terrible.
I'm gonna see if I can put those losers in checkmate. I better help them.
Honestly, they probably should have, used the in-game graphics instead of, getting used to these controls. Ouch, you walked into a pawn. See a lot of effects here, like the reflection in the on the chessboard. Oh, she's out of arrows. How do I get arrows? Oh my god, the left and right buttons, shoulder buttons, strafe. Oh, this is awkward.
Checkmate!
Hey bud, how you doing?
Oh, well done, young lady. Now we need to find our way out of here. Look above. That arrow might just do the trick.
Those are bishops, not pawns. Oh, okay, there's a platform up there now. Okay. Okay. So, what I was saying before was the PlayStation 2 demo discs sort of bring us back to what it was like when I first got my PlayStation. And the demo discs were really important because I couldn't afford games, really. You fucker. How do I, Oh, okay. Stick your face up. So all of a sudden, they got the magazine now that's dropping a bunch of demo discs, and that was how I played PlayStation 2 games for quite a while. My first PlayStation 2 game was, oh shit, what was that? It was an RPG from FromSoft. What the hell was it called? Evergrace. It was called Evergrace. Evergrace was not an especially good game, but I did spend...
Those black squares first! Ouch!
Evergrace wasn't an especially good game, but it was the only game I could get for a while, because it's the only game I could find that cost $10. So the demo discs were what got me through those early days. So I guarantee you I played this demo disc a million times. Even if I don't remember this disc at all. Damn it, girl. What the hell's your name? I didn't catch it. We are still at a point in terms of 3D platformers where it's still a little bit awkward. Controls and all that kind of stuff. You kind of think that the experience the industry as a whole had with 3D platformers, not just with like Mario 64, but like Crash Bandicoot. Oh shit, girl, get up! Oh, you suck. What is this shit? Good thing these arrows are so slow. What the fuck? I guess she got hit by an arrow. Alright, I'm not continuing with this. Let's get out of that. How do I get out of this? Usually it'd hold all four. Oh, there we go. It's going to be a long video. Can't spend forever on one demo. I'm sure I played this demo 1,000 times. I just do not remember it for some reason. I do remember this demo disc. I do remember the 360 video and all that, because this was right after E3. Kinetica, that's a demo I remember. Although it's not a demo, it's a video. It's like racing on, like, roller skate things, and there's skates on your hands as well. It's gimmicky as hell. It kind of reminded me of the game Scars for the PlayStation 1. Just like a better looking version of Scars, where you had the racers that could like go up the walls and stuff. Sort of like an evolution of the whole Wipeout formula. Maybe Jet Moto. You could look at it as sort of being an evolution of Jet Moto. There was a demo eventually they released for this. I'm pretty sure there was a demo. I guess it's just not on this magazine issue. Kinetica. Set your clocks, people. Mark it on the calendar. Oh, that was a first-party game. Sony has a lot of first-party series and stuff that they created and then didn't really follow up on. Cool Borders 2001. Oh, it's a demo. Oh, okay. The snowboarding games are one of the most clear example on the PlayStation 1 anyway, of the evolution of the PlayStation, the graphics on the PlayStation. Because if you look at the games like Extreme and 2 Extreme and compare them to, say, 3 Extreme or Cool Borders or whatever, Cool Borders 2, Cool Borders 3, Cool Borders 2000, or whatever the hell they were called, you see an enormous evolution in the quality of graphics on one console. So now Cool Borders 2001 is about to make them all look like shit just by nature of being on a more powerful piece of hardware. Plus there's like native analog control now. Ah, damn near kid. Why are you wearing a tank top, dude? Have you noticed that you're in winter? Freaking weirdo. Idle Minds got the God, I hope this isn't a licensed soundtrack. Why are you not landing right? Ha! I'm gonna kill you, dude. Is he getting bruised up? Finally got one. No! Fence! Okay. Alright, let's do this. That's got to be something there. Yeah. I mean, aside from the fact that the character models are better and the environment has better textures and stuff, the biggest improvement I would look at here is the draw distance goes all the way out there. That's sorry, I had some sneezes there. Ah! I mean, it's going all the way out there. Of course, what you're seeing way off in the distance is either just a skybox or some really low res environment, texture detail or whatever. But even when you can see the course you're about to run off in the distance, it's all there. I'm not seeing much pop in. Some trees and stuff are popping in. The PlayStation 1, they would have either built the course where you had a lot of twists and turns so you wouldn't see pop in, or you'd see it pop in like 100 feet in front of your character. So this is a huge improvement there. And of course you would see much better looking snowboarding games as the generation went on. I remember SSX was actually like the big, much less realistic snowboarding simulation. Ow! But better looking, more cartoony though. What are you disappointed at? You weren't racing anyone. Ah, whatever. Moving on. Eco! Is this a video? No, it's not a video. Eco! I never quite understood the mass fan appeal of this game, and I guess it really doesn't have a mass fan appeal. The Eco fans are, but the Team Eco fans, the development team that made this game, their fans are more of a niche audience. As popular as they seem to think these games are, it's sort of like an insular group in a sense. It's very well beloved by the people who love it. And they love it so much, and thanks to the internet, the fact that these groups can group up like that, find each other. There's sort of an impression that these games, the Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, I guess what's the newer one called? I'm blanking on its name. The PlayStation 4 game. There's an impression that these games are more popular than they are. I'm not going to say that Eco or Shadow of the Colossus are bad games. They're not. They're actually good games. They're just not these incredible games that the huge fans seem to think they are. This is a creative game. That's the best way I can describe it. I mean, it's... So... Oh, got more sneezes coming up. I don't know what's wrong with me today. How do I get that? Get it, kid. What's your name? She's not here, dude. What are you yelling at? Alright. I don't know. Hit it with your 2x4. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. She's not there. Why are you even letting me push that? I can control with the direction pad too. I feel like okay, let me look around. I guess his name is Eco. It's a girl's name, I can't remember. I think what I mean, the gameplay style where there's some action involved. He's got his 2x4 to smack ghosts with. And then there's the escort mission of bringing the girl around with you. But I think maybe what had really drawn people to this were a couple of more technical details. The fact that this is... It's actually... I mean, even though I can't figure out the controls, it's a competent platformer. It's also, like, it's showing off the PlayStation 2 in a way that the other games released in the early PS2 didn't. I mean, this looks pretty damn good. Especially for an early PlayStation 2 game. And you have, what do we have here? That switch has got to be the answer. I just don't know how to hit it. I should have paid attention to those controls. These large environments your character can run around with, and the animations, although they look a little jerky and awkward nowadays, Oh, there it is. I don't know what I did now that I didn't do before, but the circle button seems to have done it. You're fine, kid. Just fall. Ah, you little wuss. The animations for this, as well as the animation of Iko holding hands with the girl, are really something that you didn't see back then. Why weren't you jumping when I was pushing triangle before? Driving me nuts, kid. Like, look at this. This is all kinds of stuff that, yeah, you may have had some climbing up ropes and stuff before, but it wasn't quite like this. Alright, so this is a momentum game? Or do I gotta... There we go. Smack those. Smack them. Alright, that didn't do it. Let's see. The girl's got to be coming up. Now there she is. Neither of these characters speak, which is an interesting choice that they made. You'd think you'd want your characters to have some kind of dialogue. But no, they communicate to, like, they make noises, I guess. But you get the impression that the two can't communicate verbally with each other. So there's that. Like, I guess it's sort of like how Journey. It's a bit of an awkward comparison to make, but the game Journey on the PlayStation 3 was a semi-online game where you had your different players could encounter each other, but their communication with each other was extraordinarily limited. You couldn't talk to anyone. Of course, that's not a story, really, but the way the players found to communicate with each other is sort of like the way that these two characters would. You could have killed her, kid. And yourself. Little ghost shadow things. So pretty much the whole game is a sort of escort mission where you have to protect this girl from these kinds of shadow things, and you smack them with your 2x4. Look, no communication between them. It's crazy. I think she'll come if you call to her. Yeah, he's speaking to her, and she speaks, and then this thing here, where this, it's a little bit awkward, but you have the two characters holding hands with each other, and as strange as that may seem, especially like since he's shorter than her, the her running is sort of stilted. It's weird. As strange as it may sound nowadays, that's actually quite a technical feat at that point. Can you climb ladders? Will she? Yep, she will. Having the two characters join up hands nowadays, there were like physics features in game engines and all that, which, like inverse kinematic features, which will take care of that kind of thing for you, to some extent. as well as like making sure that your character's limbs touch the floor properly. In this, they don't really have access to that kind of features set in the PlayStation 2. I know there's a lot of middleware used, game engines and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure the Team Eco had to go and create the tools necessary. She's slow on that ladder. She's a ladder like a person who's afraid of heights. Nice little touches that the dev team was able to put in here. This has got to be what do I do here? Oh, look at that. If you smack the thing near her... Okay, not into her. If you hit something when she's nearby, she reacts to it. See, yeah, it's this kind of stuff that people really liked about this game. And if I could figure out where to go, I'd do it. It's been a long time since I played this game. He jumps into it and he's got this animation like he grabbed on or running. Like, it's all technically impressive. Technologically impressive. I just think the game that came together as a result of this was a little bit weak in terms of, like, fun. Oh, is there, like, something... Can I crawl across that crap on the wall? That's a no. I can't jump up this. Like he's got his hand up when he runs into a wall. Not quite like Uncharted 3 levels of doing that kind of stuff, but... Oh, okay, I know what to do. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to jump back on top of that cage that the girl was in. And then from there I can jump to the... on top of those things. That's got to be it. Yeah, there we go. Get over this. Get over that. Okay, maybe this wasn't the answer. I'm sort of stuck on this side. You can't get over that little ridge there. Alright, as much as it pains me to do this, jumping out mid-demo, I think I'm gonna have to. I did it for Portal Runner. Why not Eco? Yes, the game will end. Is this okay? Shadow of the Colossus I actually like better than Eco. I don't know if that's blasphemy in the Team Eco circles, but it's another awkward game, like very ambitious design, beautiful open world, all that kind of stuff, and the monsters you fight look incredible. The only problem I have with that is that the world is so empty that it feels like I'm dicking around when I'm playing through it. Klonoa 2! Is that oh, it's a demo! First Klonoa, and the couple of times that I've run into the demo for it, proved to be surprisingly good. Surprisingly good, kinda 2D platformer for the PlayStation 1. In an era where 2D platformers had fallen out of vogue, in a way. I mean... I don't need to hear this. No, stop talking. Stop talking. Everything had gone to 3D. And a lot of people really said, like, at the time, games were disregarded if they weren't 3D in a lot of ways. There were some examples like Castlevania Symphony of the Night that had been exceptions to that. But for the most part, everybody just wanted 3D games. And 3D game platformers and first-person shooters and all that kind of stuff were in their infancy. They were, let's just say they have aged very poorly. Look at the early Tomb Raider games, and I'm talking like anything before Legend, I guess. Games that revolutionary for their time, at least the first one was. And then you had, as they were great in their time because we didn't know any better. We didn't know. I don't know what to do there. But the fact was that the Tomb Raider games, as well as actually, you know what? I'm going to go so far as to say any early 3D platformers. This includes like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, all of those. None of them hold up at all. Like, I'm not giving you any room on this when people say, like, well, Mario 64 is still a good game today. Like, no, it's your nostalgia speaking. That is your nostalgia speaking. Besides, Banjo-Kazooie is better than Mario 64, and that came out in the same generation. But even still, like, all of them have aged very poorly. So you're gonna compare like the few 2D platformer, action platformer games that came out for the PlayStation 1 were beneficiaries of there's something I can do that, like in the first one, I'm sure, to toss this thing down and help Klonoa jump. There we go. Gotta use the down on the D-pad, I guess. You had a few action platformer games on PlayStation 1 that were 2D games. I guess Saturn probably had a lot of those too. I doubt the N64 did. That were the beneficiaries of decades of developer experience making this kind of thing. So they were better, they looked better, they played better. Just no one cared because they weren't 3D games. Whatever, who cares? Of course, now here we are, decades removed from their era, and it's easier to appreciate that difference. This is alright, I guess. Although it doesn't feel like it's really as... What happened here? Alright, I'm lost. What the hell is this thing? Why can't I see it? Do I need to take an enemy with me? Yes, I do. It's funny. Wouldn't have thought that would be something that they'd do. The environments are bigger. Everything looks better. Klonoa is... I'm assuming this character's name is Klonoa. That's an assumption. The main character, your player character, is a 3D character model. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in the original game. A lot of the enemies were 3D characters, but they are modeled better here. So yeah, there's a huge difference in terms of this game here compared to its predecessor. I'll just say that maybe this game isn't quite as special as the original one. Weird. Oh shit. I needed that thing. Alright, I think I get the point. If I get stuck again or die again, I'm just gonna end this, Why do the enemies all seem happy? Hey, motherfucker. I like that it squishes it down. Is that a checkpoint? Dang it! This game is Japanese as hell. I knew there was a secret there. Ah! Yeah, okay, that's enough. To get out easier, I'm going to hit the save state on this menu here. Spy Hunter. Oh. Spy Hunter, the car racing combat game. Pretty sure this series predates this game here. Pure gun theme, huh? Let's jump through all this crap in the beginning. The PlayStation 2 used either DVDs or the CD-ROM format of the earlier PlayStation. So these discs had the opportunity to have a lot more data. So it was like, what, 600 or 650 megabytes for PlayStation 1 discs. PlayStation 2, most DVDs I think were like 4.7 gigabytes, and for a dual layer it was like 8.5. Dual layer discs were of course more expensive. Alright, I think we have a glitch. I think we have a glitch. I might not be able to play this. Alright, let me... Good thing I made this save state here. Try this one more time. Midway, huh? It crashed on a loading screen. Alright, so... Yeah, there's a progress bar, so it's definitely a loading screen. Still going. It's a slow loader. There were a lot of slow loaders on the PlayStation 2. The disc speed was quite a bit faster than the... Oh, it crashed again. The disc speed of the PlayStation 2 was quite a bit faster than it was on the PlayStation 1. Which, for... Oh, well, you know what? It might still be working. Just the progress bar is moving crazy slow. Or not at all. Come on now. The disc was a lot faster on the PlayStation 2, but the PlayStation 2 also had a lot more memory to fill. And larger environments, better textures, all that kind of stuff to load. Alright, this isn't going to work. So just because the disc loaded faster doesn't mean the games were actually faster. In some cases, you'll do see, like, some dev teams were able to implement it in a lot better ways. Like the zero loading features you saw in like Soul Reaver on the PlayStation 1 were much more common on the PlayStation 2. This looks like the same video we saw last episode for this game, Drakan. It's actually Drakan 2. The first Drakan was a PC-only game, which is a little surprising that Drakan 2 was a PlayStation 2 only game. At the time, at least, there wasn't an enormous amount of overlap between PC and console gamers. You were a PC gamer or you were a console gamer. And PC gaming was expensive. I wasn't one at the time, that's for damn sure. Couldn't afford that shit. But I guess the developers looked at, like, okay, so you needed a fairly beefy rig to play Drakan 1. Drakan 2, you have this powerful new game console that can do everything we needed to, and everybody owns one can play it, so that's why they switched it to that. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. We saw a video for this previously. PlayStation 2 Gauntlet game. Gauntlet was, of course, an arcade game, but the version of Gauntlet that I'm most familiar with was the NES. I'm not putting a name in. Sorceress, Jester, Dwarf, Knight, whatever.
Yellow Sorceress.
The NES Gauntlet game was the one that I was...
Collect potion before using magic.
Well, what am I supposed to do for attack, then? Oh, there we go. Oh, Raincoat Gandalf here. I don't... Let me go. That wasn't a very good version of Gauntlet for the NES, but it was the version that I had, and it's the one that I played the most. So I better see something that comes across as Gauntlet-like, or I'm gonna get angry. Here we go. Oh, no. Never mind. Ah, portal.
You are now entering the Poison Fields.
Why is the audio quality so bad? I mean, is it for retro purposes to make it feel like it did back in the day?
Save keys to open doors and chests.
Okay, so I guess this does kind of have a Gauntlet gameplay loop. There was a Gauntlet game I played a demo of for the PlayStation 1, wasn't there? But, I mean, you have the same loop. You have an overhead view. You have enemies here. You have them spawning from something. It's these gravestones on this level. And they'll probably spawn infinitely until you destroy what they're being spawned from. No, I don't think I can go that way.
Some barrels contain items.
Thanks. I wouldn't have put that together without you telling me. Ah! I wish the camera was a little bit further out, though. Seems a little cramped. I can't really see what's going on around me. That was kind of important for the old Gauntlet games, being able to have a wide view of the environment. Did you have to include the sounds of her having a food orgasm? I guess they did, didn't they? I have no control over the camera either. It just follows the character around. Y'all dead. Y'all dead, chumps.
Open treasure chests.
I have a key, don't I? Ugh! Shouldn't have eaten that. I guess it looks better than what you would have found on... that was a waste. Looks better than what you would find on a PlayStation 1, but it's not an especially impressive game on the PlayStation 2. There's nothing especially wrong with it. The characters just seem low detail. Like the individual characters, although there are a lot of them, and that's the reason why they're low detail.
Learn how to block.
Yeah, thanks.
Acid rain.
Y'all dead now. Y'all dead. Honestly, a lot of these characters, maybe not the main character that I'm playing as here, but the enemies, seem like they could have been characters in PlayStation 1 games. Of course, the PlayStation 1 wouldn't have had this many of them on screen at once. But all the hallmarks there of very low poly character models are on display. The awkward, narrow joints, all of that kind of stuff. Yes, food orgasm. They do kind of remind me a little bit of the character designs you saw on Soul Reaver 1, where the enemies have very low detail in them. Is she meleeing these grubs? Maggots, whatever. That was a waste of magic. I don't have that key. I used the key already. Alright, I don't know where to go. There's gotta be something here I was supposed to do. Oh, alright. There's a... something there. Get me in there.
Gas mask.
There we go. That's gotta be it. Let me get back up. I don't know how to get in there. I don't know what to do at all. Gas mask must have been what I needed, though. To get through an area where she couldn't breathe. No, there's still some enemies over there. Yeah, run into a fire. That's real smart. Look at that, she's got like a Plague Doctor mask on. Okay, now it doesn't look like a Plague Doctor mask. I don't know where I got that from. But it does look goofy on her. And now I can probably...
Green barrels from a distance.
Well, she got a gas mask on. Come on now. Fruit in a graveyard. Graveyard fruit. It's my favorite kind of fruit. Well, anyone tell you different. You don't want better than graveyard fruit. It's fertilized with the corpses of your loved ones. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of fighting. Pineapple. Thanks, I wouldn't have assumed that. Not at all. Fantastic. I got beaten to death, half to death by a zombie. I better eat some fruit. There we go. There's a thing. Golden icon. Don't know what that does. Let me open this treasure chest. Come on. The PlayStation 2 had a lot of problems. I mean, the longer it was being around, the more obvious they became. In terms of technical limitations with texture details and all that kind of stuff. You see some problems with it here. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but in some environments, some areas, I'm seeing a repeating texture of this brick on the floor, and the grass looked like shit. But really only it was in comparison to like the Xbox.
Destroy secret walls.
The original Xbox and the GameCube, by comparison to them, did it really look like it was a problem. Ah, no! Oh, you're not even up here.
Avoid dangerous objects.
Thank you. Oh, she's not wearing the gas mask anymore. Keys. The ring, is that good? Oh, somebody's sending me messages in the middle of the frickin' night. That's weird. Why would you do that to me? Some kind of an asshole? Ah! Is that bad?
Chests may explode when open.
Yeah, you're telling me that after it happens. Some things will burn you.
Shooting magic has a lower effect.
And what? Okay, you haven't exactly sold me on this game. Hate to tell you, Midway. Maybe if this was more than just me, and this was like I had 3 other people here, this would be a little bit more fun.
Let go to buy power.
From who? Ah, he left a gas cloud. Oh, no, it's gone. I'm on now. I guess maybe the... Well, you know what? There were games of this style that came out later. There were games of this style that came out later, like the Tomb Raider games. What was it called? Like the Guardian of Light or something like that? That were sort of like this in terms of the way that they played and all that. But you know what? They're better than this. So I'd say, like, I was thinking that maybe this style